Hello everyone, welcome to my channel TechRags. In this video, we are going to learn different lifecycle methods in React.js. Basically, there are three phases in the React components lifecycle. First one is mounting. In this phase, a component is ready to mount in the browser DOM. The second one is updating. In this phase, the component gets updated whenever there is change in the component state or props. The third one is unmounting. In this last phase, the component work is done and it is no longer needed. That's why it gets unmounted from the browser DOM. In this video, we are going to focus on understanding lifecycle methods in mounting phase with an example. Mounting phase consists of four methods: constructor, getDerivedStateFromProps, render, and componentDidMount. We will see each method one by one and try to implement them to get better understanding. Let's start with constructor. This method is called before anything else. It runs only once during initial phase. It is the best place to set up the initial state. Let's create constructor in our class-based component. So this is our project repository. I have created one more component here, which is child component, and this is our parent component, which is app component. Let's create constructor inside this child component. Here our constructor accepts props as arguments and we need to call super inside it. Super props. We need to use this super as child class constructor cannot make use of this reference until the super method has been called. Let's create our state. This dot state is equal to title learn React fetch that state inside this JSX. This dot state dot title save this and now call this child component inside our app component. Save this and check in your browser. You can see I got my expected state here. Now if you try to give your state directly, you will get some error. This dot state is equal to learn React. See here, you are getting error like a constructor, method, accessor or property was expected. We cannot access this directly here. So this is the use of constructor, our first lifecycle method. Our second method is getDerivedStateFromProps. This is the place to set the state object based on the initial props. If prop changes, state is set accordingly. Before this method, we need to use static keyword because you don't want user to access this keyword inside this method. Let's understand this method by an example. Static get derived state from props. Here you can access props and state, and you need to return your change state object. Title is equal to props dot title. As we are accepting props here, we need to pass our props from app component. So pass title as save this, and you can check in your browser. You can see we are getting whatever the props we are passing from our app component to the child component. Our next method is render method. This is the mandatory method which outputs JSX to the DOM. You cannot set state in this method. We already implemented a render inside our app and child component. So if you just comment this and try to return from our class based component, you will get error. So this is the required method. Our next method is componentDidMount. This method gets called after component is rendered. It is used to access third-party libraries, and also you can make API calls inside this method that we will see in our another video. Let's see the example for componentDidMount. After this constructor method, you can declare your componentDidMount. I am using setTimeout method here. This dot set state. Title is equal to component mounted. And give here time of 1 second. Save this. I need to comment this getDerivedStateFromProps before running my componentDidMount. So I commented this. Now just save and check in your browser. First you will get learn React as your title, and after component is mounted you will get component mounted title after 1 second. Learn React and now component mounted. For better understanding, I am increasing here delay. Just keep it 5000. Save. So I am getting learn React. After 5 seconds, I will get component mounted. So this is the way we have implemented all the lifecycle methods in mounting phase. In our next video, we will implement lifecycle methods in updating phase. Please do like and share this video and subscribe to my channel TechRags. Thank you.